Hello and welcome to the Godot community. My name is Sahira Dean. I am your virtual PLC lead for high school 2D art. In today's webinar, I wanted to talk about ways to supplement your budget. So the first way is through gaining sponsors. So it doesn't ever hurt, I think, to reach out and ask. A lot of times you might get a surprising yes, and every once in a while you might get a no, but you definitely want to reach out to local businesses. Definitely if you're near like an art store, reach out to them. A lot of times they might surprise you with their answer. So for example, we hosted a middle school art show and I wanted to offer some prize money or gift cards to some of the winners. So we had a local artist come in and juror the show. I think they offered first, second, third. And then, so what I did was send the flyer to a local art business, and they were able to gift us with the first, second, and third place gift card for the winners. So it didn't come out of our budget at all. All I did was just, ask, and that was our answer. You might also reach out to local food vendors, local food businesses. A lot of times they can gift, food or sometimes food gift cards to students as well. So if you're having an art show and your budget is really strained, but you might want to offer like some light refreshments to your guests, reach out to some local businesses and see what they say. Every year, the High Museum of Art hosts it's called a Southside Showdown for South Fulton Arts students. And what they do is provide the space for students. So they sponsor the total event by providing the space. So like, imagine being a high school student and being invited to create art in such an establishment as the High Museum of Art. So it's an awesome day. We collect or we reach out to local artists, local colleges. There's a lot of prize money. There is also there's some opportunities for students to win scholarships and, summer art experiences. So, the sky's the limit in terms of just reaching out and asking. Of course, fundraisers. Fundraisers are always fun. These are some that we've done this year. We did a button sale. We just so happened to, right before COVID lockdown, we were actually planning a button fundraiser. So we didn't get to actually do it, but we had the buttons on hand. So students created some handmade art and we put those in the buttons and we sold those for each $1. Another one is ornaments, holiday ornaments or winter themed ornaments. So a lot of students might surprise you with just different things that they do, or maybe they won't surprise you, but art students are usually very talented, and I find do a lot of things or are interested in a lot of things outside of the class that we teach. So there's a student that's at my school. She does a lot of crocheting. She actually has a business in which she sells these little crochet animals. So it's really cool, but she was able to, as a part of National Art Honor Society, she donated some of her time and talent and pieces to be sold as holiday ornaments. So get creative with fundraisers. Face painting is a really popular one at my school. If you see the picture in the middle, they came together and created some designs. This was Spirit Week at our school, so they did painting on faces, and each design was $1. So we are the Spartans, so they came up with a logo around that. The Spartan idea, they did like a NS. They did a lot of different things, but it was a successful fundraiser. And acrylic paint works really well as face paint. I have not had any issues with it chipping or people breaking out or anything like that. So keep in mind, acrylic paint works well for those face painting experiences. Of course, grants are another opportunity for you to bring in some money for your students in your classroom. At my school, the PTA actually, they do a grant, a mini grant every year. Actually, this year they're doing it twice a year, so it's actually the deadline just passed for me to submit another proposal. So the first semester, I submitted a proposal to order some plein air easels. These we can take if we want to do live painting in the hallway or live drawing in the hallway or outside or on field trips, so on and so forth. So these are portable easels that we can actually tote and carry along, and they look really nice as well. So this was through a mini grant through my PTA. The second semester grant, I'm trying to get a lot of like skeleton type things for drawing. Like there's a model hand that you can actually get, some of the little wooden figures. So fingers crossed I get that grant. But nonetheless, reach out to your PTA and see if they can actually help support you and your students by getting some of the things that your budget might not allow. One reminder that the Godot does offer 2 grants. One, which is awesome, is the FACE, or the Fine Arts Consumable and Equipment grant, and then there's a START grant available through the Godot. So if you Google FACE Godot grant or START Godot grant, you'll find the application and information to apply for those particular grants. Donations. So I consider donations not only like a physical donation, but also the donation of time. So when you have alum or guest artists that are in your community, or even a lot of times if you reach out to artists that are online, you might be surprised that they might be able to donate their time and come and speak to your students. So that might be through a virtual talk, or it might be through actually coming in and speaking. I worked with an artist named Kevin Cole, which was an awesome experience, but he will every once in a while come in and speak to my AP students and give them some constructive feedback on their particular portfolios. So here on the bottom of the screen is one of the first students that I actually taught. I taught him when I was in my second year of teaching, and we've just kept in touch. He's actually now a teacher in Fulton County, but he also is an artist. He fell in love with art. You can kind of just see, the passion and interest in art growing in your students, and he was one of those. So I invited him to come back or come to the school that I was working at and do a solo show. So his aunts and his mom surrounded him with love by donating food for the particular event. But the students, it was a really great experience because he did an artist talk, so students got to ask questions and so on and so forth. So he donated a lot of time, allowing students to see how to put together an art show. And, just that experience of the artist talk was definitely beneficial. At the top, a parent was very connected or well connected with the art community. So she invited artists in at different random times to my classroom. Parents are like some of your best friends. If you get a really good group of parents, now, no matter how big or small, and if they see that you are passionate about their students and teaching their students, they, will almost go to the moon for you and back, which is awesome. So these 2 parents in the middle, actually were able to donate their time throughout the whole school year in terms of supporting art shows, picking up artwork, dropping off artwork, gathering students together for different things. They were just well connected through their students' graduation experience. And then, of course, alum coming back and just sharing their portfolios and their college experiences, especially for your juniors and seniors. So I hope that you have gotten some great ideas from watching this webinar on supplementing your budget. If you have any innovative ideas that you'd like to share or just discuss, or if you have questions, please hop on over to our high school 2D art community and ask questions there or share some ideas there. I'd love to interact with you on that platform. So thank you so much. Again, my name is Sahira Dean, and I'll see you in the next webinar.